Alright guys, what is going on? I'm Tubby, bringing you the full results, the full post-show of No Way Out. And a lot of people said they weren't going to watch or weren't going to buy. They didn't think it was worthwhile. Overall, I thought the pay-per-view was pretty good. I'll give my rating later on in the show, but let's get right into it. The pre-show saw WresteCrate versus David Otunga. You know, David Otunga went on the offensive and had Brodus down pretty much the whole match. WresteCrate started to come back, and David Otunga, after getting knocked out of the ring, was like, nope, I'm not going back in, and gets himself counted out. Then John Cena was on the pre-show to try to pimp up people to buy the pay-per-view and was like, John is getting fired tonight. And then came time for the pay-per-view. If you guys follow me on Facebook and Twitter, facebook.com/Tubby, we'll go over there right now. I'm actually giving away a copy of WWE 13. If you can guess how much money's in the picture, there should be a post so you guys can see. You get one guess. Sheamus taking on Dolph Ziggler opened up. And what an amazing match. This match was absolutely fantastic. Not as good as Daniel Bryan and CM Punk, but it proves that both of these guys can put on a good match when they can. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. Ziggler was doing awesome one-arm push-ups, things like that. Dolph Ziggler put in the sleeper hold like 3 different times. Sheamus hit a white noise, but then didn't go for the pin. The crowds were "Let's go Ziggler" chants. We're just going crazy, and people on my Facebook actually said it sounded like they were muting it. They didn't want Ziggler chants. Literally, Lawler tried to avoid it and saying they're going crazy for Sheamus. Ziggler hit a top rope facebuster on Sheamus, and I was like, holy crap, I thought that was it. No, it wasn't. The crowd went crazy. But in the end, Sheamus started coming back, hit his moves, hit a bro kick, and Sheamus retained. This match definitely elevated Dolph Ziggler. If you lose like this and not to other guys, it really goes to show that Dolph Ziggler's got a promising future. Up next came the worst match of the night. Absolutely horrible. It was a little funny, okay, but I stopped watching it. It was just so boring. Ricardo Rodriguez versus Santino Marella. There was tons of boring chants throughout for a while. In the end, Santino won, and on the back of Ricardo's pants were Alberto Del Rio's head, his underwear. So, next was Cody Rhodes versus Christian. Once again, this match was great. I thoroughly enjoyed this one. I knew it would be a good one. I was looking forward to it the most. Mostly. Cody showed that he can eventually be a main event talent. Cody was coming back at him, hit his signature a couple times. Never got a disaster kick or a crossroads. In the end, though, Christian hit a kill switch. Cody kicks out of it. They were going back and forth again. He goes for the disaster kick. He misses. He goes for the kill switch, throws him out of the way. But in the end, Christian wins with a spear, and Christian delivers a better spear than Edge, in my opinion, in the last couple of years. Near the end of Edge's career, the spears just were kind of lackluster. But Christian's spear on Cody Rhodes for the victory was absolutely amazing. So, Cody Rhodes, I don't know what you're going to do, man. Then came time for a Fatal 4-Way Tag Team Championship match. And I actually really enjoyed this. People on my Facebook thought it was super confusing. And there was too many guys, I think. But it was a really interesting match. They went back and forth. It was the Usos, the Primetime Players, Tyson Kidd and Justin Gabriel, and the Usos. Primo and Epico are just, nah. I like them, but AW came out with them, and they were pissed at the start of the pre-show, weren't very happy because apparently the rematch clause expired. In the end, the best spot in this match is when Tyson Kidd does like a Hurricane Rana flying neck breaker on the outside, knocks everybody down, and there was holy shit chance. I thought it was great. Came back in, but before that, Darren Young had tagged in, and they were going in, and then everybody was laid out in the arena, and Darren Young goes in the ring, and AW comes in, throws Primo or Epico, I can't remember who it was, throws him in the ring, and like, get in there and win, which allowed Darren Young to hit his finisher. And in the end, AW comes in and celebrates with the Primetime Players, and the Primetime Players take down Primo and Epico, and AW is their new manager. So, I like Black John Cena and Titus O'Neil. I think they're a good tag team, mainly because I love their theme song. What came off completely bad was, which I knew would, Triple H came back for a promo. I'm a fighter, Brock's a fighter, let's settle it in the ring. You can see my arm's feeling great, but it's not back to 100% in a few weeks. It'll be 100% in a few weeks after that. It'll be almost perfect, which doesn't make any sense. So it's SummerSlam, Triple H challenged Brock Lesnar to a match. So it should have been on Raw. Then came time for Beth Phoenix versus Leila, and a lot of people didn't like this match, and I did. Leila was mocking Beth Phoenix, which makes the Glamazon look a little weak, but she had her headband, she was dancing around the ring, making fun of her. I thought it was hilarious. In the end, though, Leila hits a neck breaker out of nowhere, and was able to get the victory. No karma once again. Then came time for a match. How many times have we seen? You knew that was going to happen. Another non-promoted bout. Cara versus Hunico. It wasn't for a pay-per-view. I know they were doing that because Cara is one of the top-tier talents now that he's back. But I just didn't really enjoy it. Bam! Comes time for Kane, CM Punk, Daniel Bryan. I thought they were just throwing Kane in to give Daniel Bryan the victory, but whoa, was I wrong. Absolutely amazing match. I thought Kane would slow this match down, but no, he made this match awesome. There was numerous spots with all three of them, throwing each other off the top as they were trying to suplex. Tons, just an absolutely fun match to watch, in my opinion. Bryan at one point was doing his 3 kicks and then one to the head in between Kane and CM Punk on the ground and going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. The crowd was absolutely amazing tonight with yes chants, everything. But in the end, Kane, right before, and this was like, I was a little upset. Daniel Bryan had a yes lock on, but Punk reversed it into a go to sleep. Now, Daniel Bryan rolled out of the ring for like 5 minutes, absolutely selling this. I was waiting for him to come back in, but he never did. Kane hit a choke slam, and went for the pin. He kicked out of it. A couple more attacks. He went back up top. CM Punk did again for the Macho Man elbow. Hits it. Kane still kicked out. They kind of skirmished in the ring. AJ comes running out. CM Punk is holding Kane. Throws her into AJ. He turns around like, what the hell? Turns around. Big kick to the head from CM Punk. He goes off the rope. Comes in. Go to sleep. I was going to say attitude adjustment. CM Punk sells it. Kane sold it. 1, 2, 3. CM Punk is still your WWE champion. So are we not going to get to see Daniel Bryan versus CM Punk anymore? You'd think from the crowd chants in this match, you'd figure Vince McMahon's like, oh yeah, this is awesome. The crowd loves it. But I don't know. So CM Punk is still your champion. I was a little disappointed. Once again, squash match. Come on. 2 guys. I don't even want to talk about it. Absolutely dominated the shit out of him. Ryback won. Then came time for John Cena versus Big Show. Vince McMahon came out and Johnny Ace came out, and the match is pretty much just Big Show dominating Cena, kind of like Cena dominating Laurinaitis. Cena tried to come out. He should have just crawled out of the ring a couple times. Overall, boring match. You guys can go watch it. But near the end, Cena gets a WMD on him by Big Show, and Big Show's walking around the ring because the referees were knocked out. What happened was John Cena was crawling out of the ring, and John Laurinaitis walks over to, shut the cage on him, and Vince McMahon comes over, pulls him out of the way because he knocked the ref. Johnny Ace knocked the ref out. Vince opens the door again for John Cena, holding it open for him, but Big Johnny runs into Vince McMahon, smashes the door into John Cena's head. John Cena goes in, gets WMD'd, and right as Big Show was going to go out, Brodus Clay comes out with a chair and was like, come on, come out the door, I dare you. And Big Show taunted to go up the cage and came back to the door. And then was going to go back up the cage, and then guys came in. Santino Marella and Alex Riley came out to stop him. Big Show hit a WMD through the cage to both of them, and then they were chanting, "We want Ryder." Ryder comes out, gets WMD'd. Big Show is climbing to the top of the cage. Kofi Kingston comes out. Kofi Kingston knocks him back in the ring, which is a great scene. But eventually, John Cena was able to hit an attitude adjustment, but the referee was out, so he was sitting there like, what the fuck's going on? So instead, John Cena climbs to the top of the cage, but there's Johnny Ace with the crutch, mashing it at the top of the cage, blocking him. Big Show was crawling to the door as WresteCrate was raiding, but WresteCrate walks all the way around, pulls John Cena away, holds him so John Cena can come out as Big Show's crawling out of the cage. And I legitimately thought Big Show was going to win, but they timed it just right. John Cena was able to get out of the cage first, and John Cena won. What happened right after was John Cena tells WresteCrate, give him to me, give him to me. Picks him up for the attitude adjustment. Vince McMahon grabs the mic. Is this thing on? Is this thing on? John Laurinaitis, you're fired. And then John Cena AAs him through the Spanish announce table, which is the most poorly built table I've ever seen because it imploded without even taking the top or anything off. You can tell they unscrewed it. And that's how the pay-per-view ended. The end of the match sucked. Dolph Ziggler versus Sheamus, I easily give an 8 or 9 out of 10. CM Punk, Kane, Daniel Bryan, 9 out of 10. Absolutely fantastic match. Big Show versus John Cena was okay. There was a couple good spots in there, but nothing really too fantastic. Cody Rhodes versus Christian, 9 out of 10. Fantastic match. The Fatal 4-Way I actually enjoyed a little bit, but in the end, the pay-per-view from me got a 7 out of 10. 10 out of 10 now that we don't have to deal with any more people power. I wonder what you guys think. Leave your comments in the section below. I'm Tubby Emu. Make sure to smash that like button. Tubby Emu out.